I was hoping that we paired up. I nervously darted my eyes to find someone that has not been taken. I saw the guy with a huge tail and blonde hair standing alone, and I rushed over towards him with a plastered smile on my face. I'm with him. You are? Both of them asked in unison. I stepped on Tailboy's foot as he put on a bittersweet smile. She is! He exclaimed, and Weird Hair just sighed and walked away. Thanks for saving my butt, I said, whispering, and he only smiled. I guess we're partners now, he said as I nodded. That's the least I could do for him. Why didn't you want to be paired up with Todoroki-kun? He asked. I scrunched up my face. Because she's creepy, I said, and he only chuckled and nodded understandingly. But you didn't have to step on my foot, he spoke as I kept an emotionless face. People do crazy things in desperate situations, I answered, as he only gave a dumbfounded expression, to which I shrugged off. Time skip. Our pair ended up being villains, and guess who we're up against? I'll give you a second. Yep, you're right. You guessed it right. It was Weird Hair. And the guy with weird arms? Weirdo combination. But anyways, it was time for our match, and we had worked out an awesome plan. We were on the top floor with an artificial bomb that we had to protect from the heroes. We were all set and ready. Now, wait for the heroes. And soon enough, the heroes entered the building. I rushed to the ground floor, careful not to make even the slightest sound. I stood against the wall, eavesdropping on their conversation. Okay, now, Mizo, tell me their exact location. Weird Hair spoke. There was a long silence until Weird Arm spoke. Mashiro is on the top floor guarding the bomb, and Lin is behind the wall behind us. I smirked. Just according to plan. The wall behind us. She could probably hear us right now. Weird Hair spoke. Sounded oh so thoughtful. Oh, Mezu, thanks for the information. I can manage the unit on my own. You take Mashiro. Okay, so they know our location, but Weird Hair decided to go against me. Weird Arms is going towards you. Remember, don't strike at him, only block his attacks, okay? I said in the eardrop piece. Roger, he replied. I know you're there, so please don't mind me freezing you. Weird Hair announced as ice crystals shot towards me. I jumped, trying my best to avoid the ice crystals. You know, you shouldn't really announce your moves before striking them. I spoke, a tisk continually using his quirk on me. Every step I took, it felt as if the goosebumps on my legs were shooting out. As I was lightly tapped him on the shoulder, as he jumped, his eyes widened. I touched you, I teasingly spoke, as he held out his palm. White and red sparks emitted from them. I see. Judging by these, I said, and he grated his teeth and stared at me angrily. Mind your goddamn business, he shouted at me. And here I thought you were cool-headed. I spoke, and made a fist with my hand, and contained his fate. He dropped to his knees and clenched his heart. Hurts, right? Move a muscle and I'll increase the pain. I threatened him, as he groaned and growled in anger. Yin, help! Boy Tail had said through the earpiece. I'll be back for you. Stay here like a good boy, all right? I said sarcastically, and rushed upstairs. Tail Guy was having trouble blocking Weird Arm's attacks. I can't save Tail Guy and control two persons' fates at the same time. There's a minute left, I muttered. Think. I got it, I said as I let go of Weird Boy's fate. He probably was going to come to the top as quickly as possible. It will take about half a minute. And in that time, I can restrain Weird Arms. I touched Weird Arms and started to give him the same pain as the other one. He fell to the ground completely vulnerable. Okay, dude, change of plan. When Weird Hair gets up here, I want you to jump using your tail and land on the bomb since he is more likely to freeze the ground. He nodded. I'll touch you. Well, that sounded weird. With my fate control, and since I can't control two-person's fate, Weird Arms will strike the bomb. I'll keep Weird Hairs busy. And when Weird Arms strikes the bomb, I need you to knock him out with your tail, all right? I whispered the last part so he wouldn't hear. As if on cue, he arrived and froze the ground. I jumped, once again, trying to my best to avoid the ice, noting how the ice stick to my clothes, and land as Weird Tail jumped and landed on the bomb. I tried to touch Weird Hair, but he grabbed my arm and twisted it behind me. I groaned. Oh, okay, this is bad. I still had my other hand free, so I replaced Weird Arms' fate with the Weird Hairs. Transferring takes a lot of energy, so I started getting a headache. As Weird Arm recovered from the pain and, as expected, strikes the bomb, but Weird Tail knocked him out thoroughly. I was busy restraining Weird Hair until the buzzer rang, indicating that time was up. I sighed in relief. I wiped the blood from my nose. I didn't even know it was there until it dripped onto my shirt. I glanced at my poor victim. Weird Hair looked a lot in pain. Maybe I was a bit too harsh on him. I felt sorry for him and helped him up. Thanks, he said, placing his palms on his knees as a bit to dust off any dirt that had covered his suit. You're thanking the person that hurt you? I asked, as he shut up. No, I'm thanking you for helping me up, he stuttered. Sure, I said, rolling my eyes. Native loser. Hey, Yin, nice work, Tailboy said and fist bumped me. I didn't know you were so clever, he spoke. I'm really not. I kind of just came up with that on the spot, I said, and he nodded. True. You do act like that sometimes. What? Time skip. At home. I sighed as I laid in bed. I was tired. I'd used my quirk way too much, and now the side effects were kicking in. Massively. I groaned as I held my head. I need to be more prepared. This was my first test, and I got worn off so quickly. What the future holds dreads me. I guess I'll have to get stronger, no matter what. I tried going to sleep. Lights were off as I laid there, but a noise kept tapping on my window every few seconds. I looked out my window and saw something strange. A boy in black hoodie and pants. He was staring at my apartment creepily as he slowly tossed a small pebble in his hand. That must have been the sound. Creepy, I muttered as I closed my curtains. I sighed and leaned against the window frame, just waiting for the sound of more pebbles. But nothing came. Suddenly, a beep emitted through my phone as I unlocked it to see who it was. It was another unknown number. What is it with unknown numbers in me? I read it aloud. Please don't close the curtains, Yin. I want to see your beautiful face. My blood ran cold as a chill went down my spine. I opened the curtains and stared at the hooded guy. He looked up from his phone and then smiled at me. A disturbing smile. His face wasn't clear, though. Tears started to roll down my cheeks, and I closed the curtains again, freaking out. Why me? I asked, and started to sob uncontrollably. And suddenly the door rang. I quickly washed up my face and looked through the peephole. Midoriya? I opened the door. Hey, Yin, I just wanted to... Wait, why are you crying? Are you alright? Did someone hurt you? What happened? I'm fine, I said, lifelessly, as I sniffed. He sighed. You're not fine. I know we met just a few days ago, but I can tell something's bothering you, he said, wearing a concerned expression, looking over me. It's alright. You don't have to worry, I said as he nodded. Okay then, but sorry to disturb you at a time like this. I'll come back later, he said, and turned to leave. No! My body acted on its own as I gripped his shirt. Please, don't leave me, I whispered softly. Damn it, stop being so vulnerable. His expression was unreadable as he nodded. And suddenly, he embraced me as I sobbed uncontrollably into his chest. Talk to me when you feel like it, okay? His chest rose and fell as I nodded. I'll always be there. I'll always be your number one. I promise. Hello everyone, thank you for making it to the end of this episode, and I want to apologize for being gone for so long and thanking everyone who waited so patiently. As always, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I love you all so much. Bye! Mwah.